Maybe you're not burned out. Maybe you're just misaligned with what you're doing. Welcome back to The Twin Win, the only live stream on the internet that helps you get the twin win of succeeding in business while winning at home so that you can stop existing and start living. My name is Josh and I go live almost every weekday morning at 9 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. So I want to talk about this idea that maybe you're not burned out, maybe you're just misaligned. You know, the concept here is that oftentimes we do things because, you know, we want to make money, we want to support our family, we want to have impact, and there's all of these other reasons. But we start heading down a road, and then what we find is that we're doing something, we started it for the right reasons, and now we're doing something that we don't love. We don't look forward to it every day, and it's grating on us, and it's burning us out and overwhelming us and all of these things. And when I talk to clients or people that are doing this, as we start to explore and I start saying, okay, listen, if I said I would take care of all of your bills for the rest of your life, you can live in a mansion or a hut, whatever you wanted to live in, I'd pay for everything, what would you do? And then when they start answering, I go, well, you're not doing that right now. So why aren't you doing that? Well, I started to, but then I got drawn into this and I got drawn in. And listen, I did that at the beginning of my career too. You know, I wanted to just talk about purpose and presence and productivity and goal achievement. And people started saying, well, can you help me build a website? Yeah, I could do that. Okay, they paid me and I did, all right, I got to build a website. Well, can you help me create a course? Yeah, I can help you do that. And what I realized was I was taking money to pay the bills, but not doing what I loved. And I started to get what? Let's all say it together, burned out. Right? So you get burnout when you are misaligned. I was misaligning myself just for the paycheck. And so it can happen to any entrepreneur. It can happen to any of us. And we just go, that's not what I wanted. You know what? I was listening to Dean and he was talking about a launch that he did. And he was like, this was the biggest launch we've ever done. It was amazing. We had all these people and it was wonderful. But I realized at the end of it, that's not what I want to do. That's not what I want my company to do. I didn't want to do a launch like that. I didn't want to do a launch of that kind of a product, and it was great, but that's not what we're going to do going forward in the future. We're not going to do that again. So even my mentor, Dean Graziosi, has those moments where we did something because it sounded cool. He did it because it sounded cool, not because they needed money. It sounded cool. And it went off amazingly. It was like awesome. I was there at that launch. I was participating. I actually was helping to moderate it. It was great. But it wasn't fulfilling. And for him, it led to more feelings of rundown and burnout than feelings of fulfillment and joy. So if you're not feeling those feelings of fulfillment and joy, if you're feeling rundown, if you're feeling burned out, if you're feeling overwhelmed, take a step back and ask yourself, am I doing what I love? Am I aligned with what I want to be doing? Because if you're not, then you need to start finding ways to remove yourselves from those projects or wrap those projects up and then not get involved in them again. And start moving into the projects you do want to be doing, into the things you do want to be doing. That's when you get burnout, is when you're not aligned. So let's get you aligned. Take a step back and ask yourself, am I doing what I love? Because I guarantee you, now listen, when we do what we love, not every day is exciting. Not every day is Disneyland and popcorn and peanuts, right? But we don't really feel overwhelmed or burned out. We might have rough days and we go, wow, that was rough. That was a big day. But we still want to wake up the next day and do it. Burnout is when you don't want to wake up the next day, when you don't want to do it anymore, when you want to find any excuse to stop doing it. So if you're feeling that way, ask yourself if what you're doing is aligned with what you feel called to do. Is it aligned with what you want to do? Is it aligned with who you want to be and who you want to become? There's my alarm telling me it's time for breakfast. So I got to run out of here. But thank you for watching me. I want you to think about that. Ask yourself those questions. Is this aligned what am I doing? Is it aligned with who I want to become? The more you know who you want to become, the more you can clearly pick your projects and you can say yes or no. The more you have a mission statement, the more you're aligned with that, the more you can, again, pick your projects, say yes or no. So think about that. Think about who you want to become. Write down a few notes, jot down some things, and see what you need to start saying no to start eliminating overwhelm and burnout. We'll talk to you guys later. Thanks for joining me today. And make sure you hit that like, subscribe, follow, and notification bell so that you get all the goodness that we drop every day and every week. See ya.